Hello, people that are not in the chat room. That's all right. Put my light a little right here. And now I can sing my song again. I'm talking to myself and answering myself, and nobody's in the chat room. Where is everybody? Are they gone? Oops. Oh, welcome to the chat room there, my one person. It's always welcome to get somebody in the chat room. Hopefully, there's more tonight. If you're the only one in the chat room, that's all right, because one person's okay to me. So, well, let me see. What have I done? Anything interesting today? Let's see. Went shopping for a pair of pants, I guess, and just looking around the internet for certain things, and I just saw some. Yeah, I'm kind of watching some strange film of um, Charles Manson family back in '73. Bunch of oddballs that there's ladies. They have like stable home life, and then they say, I don't like my home life. I'd rather go dig in the garbage can at the supermarket and go live with Charlie. Yeah, that's a 5'4" guy that that's cuckoo in the head. Obviously. Okay, yeah, I know people say, well, it's too bad he had a bad childhood and all that. Yeah, well, so did I. But see me going around having ladies go dig in a garbage can, do you? Yeah, no, it's an interesting one. Very very interesting. Yeah, and then of course Vincent Bugliosi, he got his face in there too. Yeah, he was selling books. I got to admit, Helter Skelter was it was a chilling book, and yeah, and the reason that, okay, for example, the reason for capital punishment is because I read that part about Susan Atkins, and Sharon Tate. Yeah, very chilling. Yeah, I read that book and just yeah, yeah. Well, anyhow, yeah, yeah. Of course, it's kind of that. So weird. It's actually a documentary, not a movie. Excuse me. It's a documentary where they show people living at the Spawn Ranch, a bunch of young kids in the water. They're doing everything Charlie for Charlie and everything Charlie wants. One was a homecoming queen, and one was more likely to succeed. I mean, Lynette Fromm was once a kid on the Lawrence Welk show, believe it or not. Yeah, weird, isn't it? Yeah, it's very weird. Yeah, very, very, very weird. You know, yeah, and yeah, I'll be. Well, it's getting kind of colder outside. I got to think of things to do. Since it's getting kind of colder outside, that ice is hopefully getting thicker for people to drive their vehicles out to the lake and stuff. I mean, a lot of people, like to ice fish. Some just like to drive their vehicles in the lake. Some like to walk in the lake when it's icy. I've done that before. Got rid of my fear when I was a kid. When I was like 7 years old, I was walking in Shingle Creek and almost sunk. Shingle Creek is deep enough for an adult to drown, much less a kid. I almost fell right in the creek. Yeah, I almost drowned. Yeah, sometimes when I've swam, I felt like I was ready to drown and stuff, And man, I got a dog paddle here. I can't hardly swim at all. I can swim about a yard or two and sink. So I'm not a swimmer by any chance. Those of you that can swim, that's great, because yeah, takes a lot of skill to swim, dog paddles about the easiest thing for a swimmer, but doing those kinds of strokes, the backstroke, the butterfly, and all that, yeah, you got to have a lot of strength to do that. And I have hardly any, especially now since I'm, 56 years old, and I, can't hardly do it. Really, it's just weird. Yeah. See, it's like the older the person gets, the less strength a person has. They lose their strength. They lose their strength in their arms. And I mean, I do. I can speak for myself, 56 years old. I've lost strength in my arms, lost strength in my legs. When I was younger, man, I could run pretty fast, not in exactly long. I wasn't really a long distance runner. No, that was kind of cheetah in a way, a cheetah speed, and I conk out easy like a cheetah when they chase prey, But as I get older, I've lost a lot of speed. The speed that I've lost, I gain more in calm down knowledge for myself. I can't speak for all people who are younger and older, I can't speak for everyone else on that, but I can speak for myself that as I get older, I've kind of have more calmness and knowledge on some things, I don't blow up as much as I did when I was a younger guy. Of course, I had my late father who was always crabby about something. I mean, a man who always had a brother who broke his back for him. He took his brother for granted. My Uncle Ed, that is, of course. He took Ed for granted. I never do. Yeah, it wasn't for Ed, we wouldn't be in this position. Always thankful for him. Yeah, always thankful. Yep, wasn't for him, we wouldn't be in this position. Nope. We always remember him, you know. Yep. Ed, see to Ed at the time when he was alive, when 1961 came, that's when, so he was stuck in 1960 and before, and my father was stuck before, I don't know, 1980 or 70, I don't know, one of those years anyway. He'd be stuck in those years, and once the other years go by, it's too bad it ain't back in the old days where things were so much better than they are now. Yeah, you hear that all the time. You read the YouTube comments of these clowns that talk about crime didn't exist in the 50s, 60s, 70s, the 40s, the 80s. Oh, plenty of crime. I've seen it in every decade that I was born, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Crime, there's always been crime. Always been crime. Yeah. Always been. And always will be. There'll be crime in the future too. Always will be crime. Yeah. That's right. There'll always be crime. No doubt. Mm-hmm. A lot of people just think, hey man, yeah, back in those years it was better. Well, for me, in a lot of ways, now is better, because people don't bother me really like they used to, Years ago when I was a younger man, people were always bothering me, and yeah. And I lived with my father at the time, just scared of the world, had to be everybody's friend. And when we had landline phones, I'd just tell people I'm not home. My father would never do that. It's strange, So I just tell them I'm not home. They would have left me alone. He wouldn't do. I think my father used to love to see me aggravated and stuff like that. I don't understand. My father was a very strange man, very strange. I'm surprised that he lived as long as he did in some ways, Or one time years ago, when he was drunk, he was trying to get me to fight some guy that was like 6'4", 280 pounds. Why is the door? I said, I don't want to fight you. He says, that's good. He says, you're nothing. He's like a waste you. He said, I said, I know. He says, tell your old man he should go home. He says, and I didn't chip him on no $10 worth of beef. I said, I'm sure you didn't. He says, yeah, that's right, I didn't. He says, I run an honest business, he said. I run an honest business. Don't you forget it. He says, I've been open for business for years. I'm open now, and I will be open in the future, long after your dad is dead, he said. And he was right. Still open after my dad's dead. Yeah. Over $10. I mean, I've been ripped off more than $10, and boy, my dad cried about it for at least a month. Over $10 beef. I mean, I got ripped off worse than that many times over, you know. Yeah. My dad didn't even care when I got ripped out. He said, why should I care? Yeah, that's my father for you. Why should I care? Yeah. If I had a penny every time my father said, why should I care? I'd be a multi-millionaire. You know that? I'd be a multi-millionaire. Anytime my father said, why should I care? Yeah, I don't even like that, saying, why should I care? Because, you know, for most of you Wild Horse fans, I care about you. I really do. I care about honest, good people. Yeah, I don't care about the dishonest people. No, I don't. I only care about honest people who don't gyp people. Yeah. I only care about those people. Yep. Well, I'll have to make some new plans for my videos because the views have been going down a little lately. And my Wild Horse fans, they want me to do stuff different. I better think of something different to make them happy. I better think of something. You see, unlike other YouTube channels where you can watch my videos and like them. I'm not like that. No. Because you know what's best, Wild Horse fans. You know what's best. You know. I just try my best to entertain people if I can. Some things I will do, some things I will not do, you know. Okay, there was a time in my YouTube channel I did cemeteries, but I don't need to do those anymore because there's Find a Grave on the internet. If you want to find that, it's called Find a Grave. And there's all kinds of graves in there of people. Some go way back. Yeah. Sometimes I think some of it's inaccurate. And then sometimes it's just weird. Sometimes there's a husband or wife. Okay, they'll have a grave of one, say Matilda Hendrickson, wife, and then nothing for the husband, but then he has a different grave with another spouse, for example. A lot of that out there. You'd be surprised. Okay, I remember one lady, she thought she was going to get the same grave as wrestler Harley Race, who died. No, Harley got a different grave, big one for himself, too, yeah. You remember wrestler Harley Race, right? That guy that wrestles real slow but does a lot of damage. Yeah, I mean, yeah, wrestling's fake. I know that, but no, hell yeah, I would fight Harley Race unless, well, you need a lot. You need something powerful to stop that guy. I'll tell you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. His head was a lot bigger than mine. I got a big head. Harley Race had a bigger. Okay, back to something different now. Anyways, okay. Besides that, yeah. Okay. I gotta think of new things to do on my channel. I know that. My Wild Horse fans, sometimes I'll do something different. They're happy, and then when I do certain videos, Wild Horse fans get, I don't want to watch that. Oh no, it's boring, Randy. Do something else, will you? So I got to start planning on other things. You know, I got to do that. I got to plan on other things. I got to think. Use the old pea brain of mine to think. See, use my pea brain. Yeah, got to use it. Now, of course, when I go on the ice and stuff, it's gonna be like very cold, and it's gonna, make sure I bring a lot of puffs, because I get it runny nose easy, like my mom. Well, my mom always got a runny nose, and then I get a runny nose a lot too, because now I do shave, stuff like that. You got to do that to look good. You don't want hair in your nose. But anyway, I get runny noses easy, and of course too, I have a very soft nose, for example, because I've been punched in the nose a lot too. So see, once a person gets punched in the nose, that cartilage in the nose gets soft. And just like when you see boxers and mixed martial arts fighters, you notice their face looks different. It's like toughened up. Their nose is more flat, and as they get these cauliflower ears when they're wrestlers, If you ever see somebody with cauliflower ears, I wouldn't fight them because those cauliflower ear people are tough. Yeah, they say someone with cauliflower ears, you want them on your side in a brawl. They say, yeah, I would. Yeah, you know. Oh, okay. Now something different. Ex-Major League Baseball player Hank Aaron died recently, which is a bummer because I used to like Hank Aaron when I was a kid. When I was watching baseball, a lot of his career he hit in an easier stadium for a hitter's park, but hey, he still hit home runs in every park. Not just that park, every park. You know, he just barely he had this ability. He just hit it, barely go over the fence. He wasn't the guy that hits it to a light tower or hits it to the freeway or hits it to some building 510 feet away. He was just a guy who barely hit it over the fence, but he hit it a lot. Yeah, you know, and his outfield defense was adequate enough. Yeah, that he could play in the outfield until last couple of years where they made him a DH. Okay, but other than that, well, thanks for the memories, Hank. We'll never forget you. And I know some of you will say, yeah, but Barry Bonds shouldn't be the leader in home runs because he took steroids and stuff like that. Well, that's up to you Wild Horse fans what you think of that part. You know, yeah, well, I have a Barry Bonds card someplace myself where his face was very skinny and then his face turned big like a balloon. Yeah. And that's too bad about him taking steroids because I think without steroids, he'd have been an outstanding ball player without it. But, you know, yeah. Well, anyways, okay, that was, at least we put it on a Twitter hashtag now. It's number 4, you know. Hopefully by next year, they can, get rid of this virus stuff. I know there's some of you that think the virus is fake. No, it's real. It's real. I'll always wear my mask in stores. I know some of you won't. Well, I'm not going to stop you. But you get caught by law enforcement, I can't save you. You think I can save you? You think I'm going to go after law enforcement? Are you kidding? No, don't need law enforcement to put me on the ground and step on my back or my head or something or twist my arms or stuff like that. They hurt you, those law enforcement people. They hurt me. Speaking for myself, they hurt me. I mean, look at my flabby arms and stuff. Law enforcement break my arms, legs, my thick neck, twisted the wrong way. I'm saying no. I'm not saying about law enforcement that. Oh, welcome to the room, second person. It's good you're here, and I hope you stay. That's up to you. But anyways, I'm just talking about general stuff, my opinion on things. Let's see, what was I talking about? Now I forgot what I'm talking about. That was talking about law enforcement. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Let's see what. Well, if you want to say hello in the chat here, you're welcome to. Any questions about your life or anything, or I'm okay. And those of you that are in the room, I'm a non-political channel, of course. So maybe there's some things I have opinions that are different than yours. Okay, I understand that. And those that don't like my opinions, I have your own channel and say I'm an idiot or something. You think I care? No. I don't care if you like or dislike my videos. Big deal, right? Yeah. Okay. Now, okay. Now get back to, I don't know. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll try to go on the ice this year, like I've done a couple of times, and go film on the ice again. That was a lot of fun, walking on the ice. I don't know if I should drive my car on the ice or not. If I see pickup trucks driving the ice, I think I'll drive my car on the ice because trucks are heavier than cars. But trouble is now for my car, they'll get this. My traction that used to like grab when I stopped, it doesn't work anymore. my traction wore out on my car. I can't afford to fix it. I'm sure they'll charge $500 in a shop to fix that. So I guess I'll just have to go without traction and hope I don't. Yeah, but I don't get stuck anyway. Yeah, the Park Avenue. That's very hard to get stuck in snow because it's, Park Avenue is so low in gravity and stuff like that. Yeah, it's so low in gravity, and it's hard to get stuck. I mean, I got to probably drive in a snow to get stuck, but don't do that. Please do not do your vehicles, okay? Even four-wheel drives can get stuck. You're not indestructible when you drive a four-wheel drive. Oh yeah, you can drive in snow a lot easier in four-wheel drive, but don't mean it's unstuckable. People get stuck in muds in four-wheel drive. Yeah, and anyway, well, let's see. Still working on this candy of mine. Trying to finish that up here. Yeah, lots of hard candy. I got it on the clearance rack too. Let's see, what is it called again? Fruities. Tootsie Roll Fruities. Yeah, I think they're delicious. I want later though. I don't feel like eating one right now. I'm gaining too much weight as it is, and got to lose that weight. Last year I was so sick I was losing weight. I was down to like 194 at one point. Oops. Second person left. Well, thanks for stopping by, second person. Thank you. I guess I bored the second person. Oh, let's see. I guess I'm just a boring guy to a lot of people. I'm such a boring guy. That's not fair. I wish I wasn't so boring. Oh well. That's the way it goes, right? All right. Okay, I'm gonna stretch it for 8 more minutes. If I don't see anything in the chat tonight, I'm gonna call it a night, okay? So anybody wants to chat, go right ahead. There's the chat thing on the side. Whoever wants to talk, feel free to do it. Don't be shy, unless you're a strange person and stuff like that. But, say what you want to say. Are you happy? Are you sad? Do you live in a warm climate, cold climate? Are you an older person or younger? 18 and over, of course, though, in my chat. Okay, if you're under 18, you got to go, because YouTube is saying people under 18 shouldn't be in chat rooms like mine, because it's not, it's for adults. Okay, that's what YouTube says. I didn't say that. YouTube said that. Okay, YouTube said that. What YouTube says is YouTube says. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say. But anyway, well, I'm just gonna. Well, guess I got a plan for my channel. I got to think what to do. Yeah, should look at the weather report. So cold will be. If it's cold enough, maybe I'll go on the ice someplace. Let's see, today is January 22nd, 2021. Yes. All right, 2021. 21 years since the year 2000. Boy, 21 years. Yeah. It's just strange people born after the year 2000 for me. Because in the year 2000, I was 36 years old. Isn't that weird? Isn't that so weird? Yeah. Okay, 6 more minutes. If I don't get extra people in the chat room, I'm just going to call it a day, okay? And was that one person in the chat room, the other person that stopped by? Thank you. Thank you all very much. I appreciate it. I really do. I never take anybody for granted. That's nice. Most, any nice people who live the honest life are always welcome in my chat room. Dishonest criminal types, I get out of here. I don't want you here, okay? Yeah, okay. And, yeah. And we can stop technical difficulties too. Okay. And I guess I'm just gonna, I don't know. After I'm done talking, unless someone pops in the chat room, which I kind of doubt, So, yeah, I'm running out of things to say in a way. I'm just an old guy who talks a lot and doesn't say anything usually. And yeah, I thought wearing my driver's cap would help tonight, but I guess not. I guess not. Yeah. Yeah, I guess people tonight, I don't know, they must be out celebrating tonight, Friday nights and stuff. They're at home doing their thing. And a lot of places around the United States are closed because of the virus. Yeah. A lot of places are closed because of the virus. That's too bad, but let's hope we can get rid of this virus, okay? Let's all hope we can get rid of this virus. They say, I've read something, the virus comes from bats or something. That could be a possibility. It could come from bats. Yeah. No, I don't think it was cooked up at a laboratory. That's preposterous, and I've heard people say that, some countries are experimenting on their own people. That's baloney. That's a bunch of baloney. They're not going to, do stuff to their own people with a disease that spreads through the mouth. That's preposterous. I mean, even an idiot like me knows that. Yeah. Well, let's just hope we get rid of this disease so people can visit each other out in the street again, without the mask. I hope so. Yeah, well, yep. Yeah, Seth Sanders. I don't know. Well, I'm not seeing anybody else in the room. I'm not seeing anybody popping in. So I'll see a second person in the next few minutes. I'm going to sign off and say goodbye, because, I can only talk so much to myself without, yeah. So I thank the people that stopped by tonight. I really do. Let's see number 2 and somebody talking. Number 2, please, number 2. Second person, please. No. You want to come in, second person? Are you busy? That's all right. You're all too busy. I'm sure you're watching other channels. I'm sure you're visiting family members. I'm sure you're talking on your phones, stuff like that. Yeah. Maybe you are using your landline phones. Who knows? There's still people that are going to stick to landline phones, and that's all right too. I've grown up on landline phones. They seem so ancient now, but back when I was younger, we had the landline phones. Yeah. Yep. We had the landline phones. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. So like I said before, people, unless something comes up, I'm going to use my mouse and click away. My little mouse. So I'm going to do. All right. Less than a minute left. Less than a minute. Yep. Yeah. And just, nobody else coming in. Well, so it's happened before. Someone else came in and talked, but no one else is going to come in and talk tonight. I'm just going to end my live show. Second person. And second person coming in, second person gonna come in, second person. Where's the second person? Second person. Are they gonna come in? Are they gonna come in? Going once, going twice, going three times, and I'm gonna say it's done. So I'm gonna end the stream live show, and I'm gonna say goodbye to all you cool people.